recording.
Is my hair okay?
There you go.
It feels like it's been years.
It's because so much has changed.
Ready?
3, 2, 1.
Hi guys, welcome back.
I'm always trying to work it out, but somehow it always falls through.
Hi guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel.
It's Jessie.
And it's Jessica.
And we are live from Birmingham. Woo!
Okay.
So the last time you guys saw you, we were doing the move-in vlog and we moved in. So we moved in on Wednesday the 16th and today is Sunday the 27th
of September.
So we've been here for like a week and a bit. So in today's video, we're just going to be giving you guys an update on like our first week, what we've been up to in terms of like COVID freshers, just everything.
Yes.
And then we've also got a part two,
which is a story time. We're going to bring one of our flatmates in to help us tell this traumatic experience. Okay, we're going to insert some clips as we go, just a little chit chat to talk about basically what's been happening, how we've been coping.
In our first week.
Thank you so much guys for 600 subscribers.
I know.
What?
I know. Thank you guys so much. It's honestly so crazy. Like, the subscribers grow so fast and we can't even keep up. But
shout out to
all the people who saw us at Rosie's, on our Zoom calls, and like just around the uni. Thank you for like coming up to us and being like, oh my gosh, I watch your YouTube. Like, it actually shocks us when you guys come up to us.
So thank you for watching.
Thank you for subscribing. Hi, if we saw you.
Make sure you guys like, comment and subscribe. So we hope you enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for next week. We will do the room tour.
It was meant to be this week, but we've still been ordering some stuff. So
we're not complete with our rooms yet. Definitely next week we should have the room tour. So subscribe and be ready for that.
We're just gonna go over all the like frequently asked questions that we get in the comments and stuff. So basically, we are at the University of Birmingham, not BCU, not Aston. Was there another one?
I don't think so.
But we're at the University of Birmingham and we are both studying sports, exercise and health sciences. And right now we are in Jessica's room. My room is literally on the other side of this wall.
Jessie is next door.
So we're in the same accommodation.
We're in the same flat. We both have ensuite.
Yes.
So my bathroom is literally
just
there. Was there any other questions? So we do not share a room.
No.
It may look like it, maybe on our snap.
Because when we because she keeps half of the makeup, I keep half of the makeup. So when we want to do makeup, we have to like come into one person's room. So we have to like wheel our chairs down the corridor to like come into the other person's room to like watch something or like do makeup. So it's kind of like I have 2 rooms because I use her bathroom sometimes.
Yes. I'm
always like in and out.
my soap.
It's because you have the black soap and I don't want to open my one.
Yeah, but you just you need to use your own bathroom.
I do.
Yeah, she does.
I have a nicer shower.
I think she does have a nice shower.
Yeah.
The pressure of
the faucet is nicer in mine. When you guys saw the packing vlog, we had loads of comments being like, you guys bought too much stuff.
Oh my gosh, why did you guys pack so much? There is
space in this room.
There is so much space. Like our wardrobe is
empty. I actually have no clothes. And you get a chest of drawers.
There's so much space.
And obviously we're dividing it between 2. So like it went into 2 different rooms. Trust me, it's not a lot. When you see it, you'll be like, oh, where's your stuff?
Yeah, like it looks really empty now that I think about it.
We arrived on Wednesday the 16th. And when we arrived, we were the only ones here.
So we were the first ones in this flat.
For a while.
We were here maybe
2 or 3 days by ourselves. Whenever the doorbell rang, we got scared.
We had a little bit of a heart attack.
It was just a post sometimes, but being by yourself, it's like really quiet.
And you were just waiting for people to arrive.
We were literally like, when are they gonna get here? When are they gonna get here?
Yeah.
And because we were the first people here, we didn't have a toaster or a kettle. So we were putting our like bread in the oven and stuff.
Yeah. So it was a bit of a struggle.
Especially like in the other blocks like around us. There weren't many people as well. So on the first night, obviously, people came around knocking on our doors, and like we met some people, which was really nice. I guess a pro of moving in early is that you get to like settle in before everyone gets here. You get to go around, know the town, like know the shops and stuff, which was really good for us. And luckily we had each other. Otherwise, I would have been crying in my bed.
Yeah.
In our flat, we're 5 girls.
Yeah.
So everyone in this block or in this accommodation, we kind of all preference to have mixed sex, so boys and girls, but it turns out that the majority of them turned out to be all girls, except for like a few that we know of are like mixed, but it's not many. There's majority more girls than boys. So it's a pro because like we're all neat and tidy and we all get along.
Yeah, we're all like really clean, but I think it would have been nice to meet other people. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
In terms of freshers, let's talk about how our freshers experience was. Also
COVID
with
style.
COVID and like being here at the University of Birmingham, what was it like? Obviously, bought some tickets to a couple of events. We
bought one event before we even had
Yeah.
got into this uni. But it was manifestation.
Yeah. So we went to Players, which was Icebreaker, and we also went to Rosie's. So we'll put up some videos.
There'll be snaps like throughout. So in terms of those events, they were very obviously COVID like restrictions. Like it followed all the guidelines. We had to sit in a group of 6 on a table. You weren't allowed to mix tables.
No.
If you the bouncers would be on.
They were so strict. Like if you got up and
mixed,
spoke to someone at another table, you get kicked out of the club.
Kicked out.
It was that serious. Like you couldn't even get up and like dance around your table.
They were like, oh, wave your hands in the air.
Yeah. Instead, that's all you had to do.
I miss dancing. I miss getting up and dancing.
Like I don't know how to bop
in my seat
to a beat anymore because you just had to bop in your seat, which was a bit But the music was really good.
The music was way better in Rosie's than Players.
Yeah,
I feel
definitely.
like. Oh, no offense to the DJ. In these times, you have to just make the most of it,
Yeah.
and just think you'll get a freshers next year.
You will.
But you just have to make the most of it. Go to the events that the uni puts on that
Yeah.
you see, and just obviously stick to the guidelines, stay safe, and just enjoy it the best you can. Another event we also went to was called Lakeside, which was run by the university, and that was at the Vale Village. If you're UOB, you know the Vale. So it was at the lake. So you'd sit in like on these big tents, really decorated nicely.
Yeah, nicely. Fairy lights. So you sit in tables of 6.
And you could order drinks like to your table.
Food, hot dogs, churros,
waffles,
everything
rice,
like that. Yeah.
It was really good food.
And then you could also book to do activities.
And all the activities were free.
You could do laser tag, mini golf,
outdoor cinema, carnival games.
Yeah.
So it was fun. Like it was just cold.
It was raining, but it was still.
It was
good.
a nice time, and they had a DJ.
Music. It was really nice. Yeah, so I would definitely recommend like still go to things if you can, but just be safe in it.
Cabs are your best friends because there's no we're from London, so there's no TFL. There's no trams or like there's buses, but like you pay. I mean, obviously, if we went back to London now because we're 18, like
you'd have to pay, but not as much as.
Yeah.
I don't know how, but cab is just your best friend because you can all get into like a cab there and back and then split the price.
So it makes it cheaper. In the Freshers Week, we also had our welcome week for our course, so sports science. We had a few Zoom calls.
Yeah.
So thank you to those girls who said hi and like, oh, I watched your YouTube. That was really nice of you. Obviously, at first it was very, 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 very awkward.
Very.
We would literally like obviously Jessica would be in here, I'd be in here, and we'd be on our phones like texting each other
like,
during the
oh
Zoom
my
calls.
gosh, this is so awkward.
Because when we got put into breakout rooms, so like out of the 200 people that were on the call, they split you into random groups of 6 or 7, and you'd have to like complete tasks with them and stuff like that.
And like at first, no one would turn their mic on. Like you'd literally be sitting there for 2 minutes, like in dead silence, like just looking at each other. And I couldn't hold my laughter. At times, I'd have to run off and literally laugh, and I'd be crying my eyes out because I couldn't do it. So I just think. Just turn your mic on. Just as the week went on, people were like, okay guys, let's just do the task. let's just do it.
Like, we were more confident.
So, also, in terms of societies, as you know, Jessie and I were looking for either a dance society or a cheerleading society.
Yeah.
At first, we didn't know there was a dance society. Like, we couldn't find one.
We couldn't find one. We knew that there was an Afro dance society, but we wanted to have like a variety of styles. Talking to some third years who are like our hall reps, and they were like, oh no, there is one. There's a really big one. It's called Buzz,
which is Birmingham University Dance Society. So we signed up for that.
We paid our membership, everything.
You can also audition to be part of the squads, which you compete and stuff.
But there's obviously shows for everyone and stuff like that.
So we also looked at Cheer, UOB Cheer, which is the Birmingham Pussycats. So we weren't sure at first, like, do we do cheer and dance
or one or the other?
But we thought, you know what, in these 3 years, after these 3 years, like,
when are we gonna get the opportunity to do cheerleaders? We were like, let's just go for it, especially
let's just audition.
Year.
So you had to send in videos of you doing a dance and you doing jumps.
We sent in separate videos. We did it like in here because we learned it quite last minute because we were still kind of contemplating whether we were going to do it. So we quickly learned the dance. The dance was really fun. You had to overpuff like,
yes.
I thought I looked silly, but they said if you look silly, you're doing it right. So I was like mouthing.
We were literally
cheesing.
Bare grinning.
And the jumps.
One day we will have the confidence enough to show these videos of us, our audition tape.
I'm not actually putting it here.
One day when we have the confidence, we'll put these, like, we'll show you the footage of us doing our audition.
Yeah.
Because it's absolutely horrendous. So hopefully we get in. We'll keep you updated on that. If we don't, we can laugh together and then we can show you the footage.
Wow.
This is now the story time half of this video.
So we've been here for a week and a bit.
And this is the story.
This is a story of how
We set fire to our kitchen in the first week of university. We're gonna bring in one of our flatmates to tell her side of the story.
We were the first people. We were the first people
in this accommodation.
Let's bring in our flatmate.
I'll go on the end then.
No, you should sit in the
No, I
middle.
can't go in the middle.
Yes, you can. So it's even.
Goodness.
Okay, we'll just sit here.
Do like a pre in it. So guys, we are here with our flatmate Claudia.
Hi.
We'll put her Instagram on the screen so you guys can go and follow her.
Thanks, guys.
We're gonna discuss like what happened and Claudia's gonna tell her perspective on what she did. Obviously we're laughing, but this was a serious thing. But like,
yeah.
Jesse and I were cooking.
Well, you were cooking first, isn't it?
Yeah, I cooked first. So I'd left the hob on because you were gonna
Yes,
cook next.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay, the part of our meal was we were gonna have some chips.
But for the past few weeks, we had been putting them in the oven, so we wanted to change it up. We just wanted to change it up, so we were like, let's fry our chips.
So I put the pan like on the hob and the oil was heating up. So I had my chips, I took them out of the freezer, I put them in a bowl, like this was the portion we're gonna have.
Yeah.
So the oil, was ready.
At this point, everyone was in the kitchen.
Yeah, I was washing up, so I was right next to
Yeah.
the hob, wasn't I?
I put the chips in the oil. In the split second, the oil started spilling off onto the side. I said no.
Yeah.
I grabbed the pan and I
Yeah.
pulled it off the hob because I didn't want any more oil to spill.
When I say less than a second,
Yeah.
Boom.
Straight away.
the
Up in flames.
flame went up.
And like we think what it must have been is where the oil like overflowed and touched the hob, it caught and shot
yeah,
up.
because obviously the hob was really, really hot.
We were sitting there. At first,
I couldn't believe it.
I watched you pull it off the hob, and at first it looked like bubbling water,
Yeah.
didn't it? And then it just instantly shot up in flames. And I think there must have been like 30 seconds when
Yeah.
none of us moved. I just
Sitting there
stared
like,
at it like, what is this?
And then all of a sudden, the
everyone
panic.
clicked.
The mayhem.
Like I ran to the wall and punched the wall because I thought there was a fire alarm there, but there wasn't. I was punching the wall.
Banging the wall like
there was nothing there.
I like pulled the fire blanket out of the box, but I didn't put it over the fire. I ran out with it because I was gonna wrap myself in
She was
it.
gonna wrap herself in the fire blanket. I was running, I didn't know what to do. Our other flatmate, she got the fire extinguisher.
We couldn't pull the pin out, and then one of our other friends, she was like, "You need to put the fire blanket over the fire."
So while you were running out the
she was
corridor,
running out the door.
and then one of our other friends was like, Cloud, we need that. Can you believe? They were standing there with this flame shouting, we need that.
Like-
I was gone.
Yeah, and then it ended up being me and
Just
one other
you.
person. To be honest, she threw it over the fire because I was too scared, and then it missed the fire, so it overreached. So we had to go back past the fire and put it back on the fire.
In the meantime,
God.
Jesse
I had
down-
run into the corridor and I had hit the
actual
fire
fire
alarm.
alarm.
I had hit it and obviously it went off and we had opened the door and we were already running down the stairs.
Before we even got to the corridor, we were running around we need to get our things.
I went back for your phone.
I went back to
I went into my room and tried to get my laptop, but I said, no, I can't go out there holding the laptop. They'll be looking at me like, oh, you shouldn't have done that.
Grabbed a bowl. Someone.
Yeah, I was still holding the bowl. Another one of our flatmates, she went back to get her keys. I don't know what. We were not with it.
By the time I left the room, the smoke had filled the whole room because me and one other girl stood there saying should we use a fire extinguisher?
Yeah,
4 or 5 minutes. Maybe not 4 or 5 minutes, maybe a couple of minutes before we came outside. We were the last people out of the building.
I was standing outside thinking, where are they? They were in there discussing what to do.
I need a fire extinguisher. It was so scary. So we were all standing outside. Obviously, the whole block came out, and then everyone's like, "Oh, who was it?" And we're just standing there laughing. And then all of a sudden, we see fire engines, 3, not 1, 2, 3, came rolling in, unraveling the hoses. I said,
It's not that serious.
With the fire blanket, it more or less went down to a couple of inches of fire.
But in the beginning, it needed especially because it was an oil
the
fire.
smoke was literally filling the room.
And then they removed our extraction
It's a
fan.
and
So
just dropped it on grass.
we've had 3 days now without an extraction fan.
Because it had all burnt, like the sides of the cupboard are all black.
Yeah.
And they had to take like my name down. They were like,
They
who
took
did
all our
it?
details
And
as
then we
well.
all had to like go to the side, and it was in front of everyone.
so
And the fire
embarrassing.
department talked,
To
like
us,
they spoke to
yeah.
us about like, oh, next time don't do this.
It was
But it was an experience.
It was a good learning experience. Like, guys, be safe in your uni.
Don't fry
kitchen.
chips.
Yeah,
Just
don't
fry
bother
it.
deep frying, just put
Just
them in
put
the
it
oven.
Things in the oven. Like, thank God everyone was okay.
Yeah, everyone
Yeah.
was-
But
everyone
like,
was safe.
don't mess around. Like, the cobs that they give you at uni are cheap. Like,
It was
thank
a
God,
lot.
like everyone was in the kitchen at the time.
Yeah.
Because we all helped
We
each
all,
other.
isn't it?
But I
We all
really
did
wish
it.
there was a camera so I
You
could
can
just watch it back.
The height of the flame though, that's what's
That was
mad. Like you
scary.
can't even describe how high it was. Like
That
it
was
was so
crazy.
high.
You got scared.
I think I was in so much panic I wasn't scared, yeah?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
because we were stood there and I think because Lizzie was so calm, because she was
Mm.
like, oh, should we take the pin out? I was like, should we go? She was like, well, we could put the pin in. And then I was like, no, should we go? Like, she was so calm that I think it kept me calm.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
until like we left and and we saw the fire engines that I kind of clocked that was quite
Whoa.
scary.
Yeah. But if it wasn't for Claudia, the fire, we would have left the flame. We
And
wouldn't
it
have
would have
done.
kept going.
Because in the moment, you're not thinking there's an extinguisher, there's a fire blanket.
You're thinking,
Yeah.
get out.
I brought the flat closer together.
Yeah, it brought us closer together. Thank you, Claudia.
Thanks for having me. So thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Like and subscribe down below.
Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.